Okay, so today we are going to make chicken Parmesan. So I'm going to start with this first. This is a can of my favorite spaghetti sauce, but you can use tomato sauce if you want. And I'm going to add the fire roasted diced tomatoes, and I drained them. And now I'm just going to put this on the stove and let this simmer while I get started on everything else. Okay, so I have my little station ready for the dipping of the chicken before we fry it. So here I have plain pancos, and here I have the Italian breadcrumbs. So to this, I'm going to add a packet of the Italian salad dressing. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of the Italian seasoning and a little garlic powder and some of the little parsley flakes. A little bit in your hand. Mix this all together. So the eggs, I have 4 eggs that I just beat it up, and in the flour I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and some pepper and mix this up. So on the stove I have my pan, and it's medium, but you don't want it too high, so I'll probably end up making it more medium low, but I'm trying to get the oil all nice and hot. So I'm going to take one of the pieces of the chicken breast and dip it in the flour, and from here goes in the egg mixture. And then it goes in this mixture. And you just do this to all of them. Just set it on a cookie sheet. Okay, so I have not even quite a fourth of oil in here. So we're going to take one of the chicken breasts and we're going to fry it. And we're going to cook this about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay, so while the chicken is still cooking for me, we're going to make pasta, and we're going to put the chicken on top of pasta. And I like to use the thin spaghetti, but if you don't have that, that's fine. If you have any other kind of noodles, and or linguine, that's a good one. And then you need some mozzarella cheese and some of the grated Parmesan. You could use this or you could use fresh. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm gonna start the water and get the spaghetti going. I almost forgot. So you want to preheat your oven to 375, because after we put all this on the chicken, we're going to put it back in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, just to make sure that the chicken is cooked all the way through and that the cheeses are all melted. Okay, so as you can see, all the chicken is nicely fried, and I have a pan. So on the sauce, and the reason why, if I didn't mention it, why I like to use spaghetti sauce is because it gives it such a nice flavor other than just plain tomato sauce. And there's all the chunks of tomato. So in the pan, I'm just going to spread some on the bottom. Then we're going to take our chicken we're gonna lay this all on top of it. Then we're gonna take the grated Parmesan and sprinkle a good amount on each one of them. Okay, so now you want to take some of the sauce on top of the grated Parmesan. And the remaining you could just put around the pan. Okay, then you want to sprinkle a little bit more of the grated Parmesan. After all, it's chicken Parmesan, right? It's gonna be so good, so tender. Okay, now we take the mozzarella cheese and we do each one. Then we're gonna put it back in the oven for the 15-20 minutes, just like I said, to make sure the chicken is done and this gets all nice and melted. And after it gets melted, and you want it a little bit brown on top, so you can turn your broil on for just a few minutes, just to kind of make the cheese nice and brown. Okay, so the pasta is all drained, and I have it right here, and I'm going to add a little garlic because you want to give your pasta some flavor. And here's some of the Italian seasoning, and you just want to sprinkle a little bit of that, and you just want to stir it around. Okay, I just took these out of the oven, and they were in for about 15 minutes, but the last little bit, I turned on the broiler to get them all nice and brown, the cheese. These are going to be fantastic. Okay, so now we're gonna plate this up. So, I'm going to put some noodles down first on the plate. And if you don't want to do noodles, you could do mashed potatoes. That would also be really yummy. So I put some noodles down here. And we're gonna grab, these are very, very big chicken breasts. There you go. So you set that on top. And then I'm gonna get a spoon and grab some of this juice and kind of go around the sides. Doesn't that look so good? And then on top, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of parsley. And there you have it. So good. I sure hope that you try this. Thank you so much for coming into my kitchen today. And we'll see you next time.